I've made no secret about it, nor any apology that as the district attorney of Fulton County,
my number one focus is targeting gangs.
and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community. And so they have to be rooted out of our community. I said just a week or two ago, it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is.
If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, that you are going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
All I talk is crack, I can get the brick out. I put in the work and never, no nigga can never just say that I look through.
Lucci, Melly, Thugger, Gunner, which rapper and affiliated LLC is next on the chopping block of a systematically racist system? If it's up to Fani Willis, every rapper in Georgia under her reign as DA faces a possibility of being subjected to a 10-year investigation. At this time, Fani builds little RICO Act cases and finesses her way into the good graces of Republicans in Georgia. Republicans who support the man she intends to put on trial, the 45th president, Donald Trump. How many future RICO babies will Fani foster based on their lyrics?
Georgia Gang Investigators Association estimates there are at least 70,000 gang members in Georgia, 50,000 in metro Atlanta alone.
Georgia has one of the strictest anti-gang laws in the country. It allows law enforcement and prosecutors to add a separate gang charge. But Willis says this tool is being widely underused.
It's absolutely not being used to the extent that it could.
In a private letter to Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, she writes, of the 28 homicide prosecutions currently under indictment in our gang unit, in only 5 cases did APD seek a gang warrant at the outset. She says individual officers are not to blame, calling it systemic shortfalls that need to be corrected. She's hoping to do that by adding a new tool.
What we have been doing is not working, so it is time to do something new.
In a bold move, the DA has suggested specific language for a bill that's going through the legislature right now.
It would allow prosecutors to bring all the charges against an alleged gang member in one county, even if part of the crime happened in Fulton, another part in DeKalb, and another somewhere else in the metro. It would also allow evidence of past gang crimes, which was prohibited before. With 25 sponsors, the bill already has a lot of support.
Who is Fani Willis? According to Fani's LinkedIn, Fani Willis is the district attorney in Fulton County. Fulton County consists of 15 cities, including Atlanta and College Park. College Park is the birthplace of YSL Young Stoner Life Records. Fani was born in Los Angeles, California. Reports indicate that her father is John Clifford Floyd, an active member of the Black Panther Party.
If you commit a violent crime in Fulton County, Georgia, we are going to be extremely tough. And I don't lose any sleep about it because I think you need to be removed from our community.
Fani is currently up for re-election. Primaries take place on May 24, 2022. Fani launched the YSL indictment on May 9, 2022. Fulton County is charging 50 cents per page to receive public record copies to view any information contained within the indictment. Fani's attack on trap music's LLCs and specific trap music artists she believes are involved in illegal gang activities that resemble organized crime units. Fani's casework since 2021 looks like a notch in her political climb to becoming the governor, state attorney, president, or vice president. Before her position in Fulton County as DA from January 2021 to present day, May 2022, Fani served in the following positions: contract attorney, assistant solicitor, executive assistant district attorney, chief senior assistant district attorney, candidate Fulton County Superior Court, which she did not win, chief magistrate judge, managing attorney, candidate for Fulton County District Attorney. What we know is that a gang member who commits a crime is 6 times more likely to commit a crime than any other defendant. To prove how serious she is, Fani told every law enforcement agency in Fulton County to request they bring her cases under the anti-gang statute.
To prove how serious she is, she wrote every law enforcement agency in Fulton County to request they bring her cases under the anti-gang statute. She says it's time to do more than talk about it.
Fani is writing bills to use evidence in cases against gangs. She's faulting the police for not using gang warrants. She believes everything is gang shit. Her bill is largely supported by Republicans, even though she parades under the disguise of a liberal Democrat. Fani says she doesn't care who supports her bills. She is notably going after former President Donald Trump. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Audio Crack 22 on all platforms. Within 5 months of starting as Fulton County DA, Fani dropped an unprecedented racketeering indictment in Georgia against YSL RICO and 11 other alleged members of the Blood Gang. The 75-page indictment of 105 counts include racketeering, aggravated assault, guns, armed robbery, property damage, theft, and gang-related charges. It is reported that the investigation took 6 months.
Make it into the bill, state-funded gang prosecutors. But Willis says she is still holding out hope that it will be added in this bill or the very next one.
It was also reported that Georgia already has one of the strictest anti-gang laws in the country, Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, which allows law enforcement and prosecutors to add a separate gang charge, DS 2022. Fani says the law is widely underused. She has criticized the Atlanta Police Department for not issuing gang warrants. Now, my question to you all is, do you believe Fani is doing the right thing, or do you believe that she's trying to push these indictments quicker so that she could make a bold statement on her way to the next election? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Now, we all know politics is a dirty game, but should it be at the detriment of young black individuals trying to come up in the game and make music and make a way out for their families? Now, I'm not giving Thug and none of them a pass, because some of the things that I read in this indictment, it's their fault. You have to blame Thug and them. I mean, anyone that picks up a phone and has a phone call with an individual over the jail phone, you should already know that if you're a street individual, right? But as you get deeper into the paperwork and you start to break it down, a lot of these charges, some of these individuals has already done time for. Now, I understand the whole RICO charge, which we will be breaking down what a federal RICO charge and a state RICO charge, the differences in between them sooner than later. But when you go down the list and you read some of these charges are for some years ago. The individuals have already done the time for those charges. And also DS 2022, the Safe and Secure Georgia Act, still hasn't been passed in Georgia. So it's a possibility Fani could be pressing just to get reelected. Now, is that fair to them, is my question to you all. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some individuals that have some very serious charges within this indictment. Some that they've done time for, some that I'm pretty sure that they haven't. But again, without the DS 2022 Safe and Secure Georgia Act, there's no possible way that they can charge each individual with crimes they have committed in other counties all in one, which will make the RICO stick. And without that, by law, they would have to be charged individually by the county that they committed their crime in. And that takes votes. Does Fani have enough pull to pull this off? I'm asking you guys this question. Get in the comment box and let me know how you feel about that. Now, before I let you go, I want to point this last fact out. Now, if the state RICO charge doesn't stick, there's always the feds sitting back there with their RICO charge. Now, keep in mind that there's a possibility that they're trying to exhaust all of Young Thug's funds within this state RICO charge and then hit him with a federal RICO charge where he would have to go back to the drawing board, which could be very costly. And now they're trying to subpoena Young Thug's lawyer to be a witness in the case because it's a conflict of interest that he has already tried some of the individuals in the case prior in some of their old cases. So he was mixed up in that. So Thug has a lot of problems going on right now. Not to mention, again, the 7 extra charges that he had caught when they went into his home and found the weapons in there. So Thug is looking at probably some time. But this RICO, in my opinion, unless this DS 2022 Act, Safe and Secure Georgia Act, is passed, is pretty weak. Now, I'm going to say this before I go. I knew this from the first time I watched Fani on TV. This lady has an agenda, whether it be for the new election or not. This lady is not playing. So to all you young individuals out there, rapping, doing whatever you do, stay off them phones. Stop talking about what you're doing here and there. Stop taking pictures with guns. I continue to tell you individuals this in my videos because I care about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see y'all go down for nothing that just stupid stuff. Sometimes you can be affiliated with some certain individuals And if that certain individual is doing something else you have no clue of, you could be tied to that through phone calls, through Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. So please, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the things that you do, and stay out the way. Until next time.
All I talk is crack, I can get the RICO. I put in the work and never, no nigga can ever just say that I look through.